There's two types of viewers that you can get in your content when you're growing on social media. There's the buddies, and then there's the perfect followers. And you better listen to this properly because if you attract a fuck ton of buddies, you are going to have such bad mental health. And when you eventually release a product for sale, these motherfuckers are going to hate you and basically leave you as your audience. Buddies, let's talk about them first. Buddies are the kind of viewer who is optimizing his viewing experience for a parasocial relationship. Basically, this group of people, the buddies, that's what we're just going to call them, they want to feel like they're friends with you. That's why they will prefer more of the cuter, wholesome, humble style of creator, the Sam Sulek, the Jack Piggott kind of vibe. They don't want to see professionalism. They want to feel like they're like sat next to you in your videos. The problem with these guys is that because they're optimizing for this fake internet friendship, this parasocial relationship, what happens when you eventually want to sell something? How's the buddy going to react? He's going to be pissed off because it's kind of like a friend selling to you. It feels wrong. What happens when it's been 2 years, you level up and you change as a person, like as an influencer? Your ideas change, your beliefs change, you're 27 years old, you're 30 years old. What's going to happen to the buddy viewers? They're going to dislike you for changing. Why? Because naturally, when you are the business owner, when you are the influencer, you're going to change more than your viewers because obviously you have the highest leverage business vehicle possibly to exist, which is a personal brand. Naturally, if you are someone posting content, you are going to change more than your viewer who is the consumer. The creator, his life is just going to change more. It's just how it works, right? You're going to become more successful. You're going to learn more lessons. You're going to have to develop more stoicism. Your values will be challenged more. You'll be getting new and new beliefs. You've seen this with me. You change a lot, right? What's going to happen to the buddy who has this parasocial relationship with you, but then you change one of your beliefs? He will feel attacked when you grow. When you grow and you change your beliefs, he will start to dislike you. I'm going to give you a weird example, weird story about this. So I have a very specific memory from when I was like literally 7 years old. I was watching TV. So this is when I lived in UK in Liverpool. I was watching TV and this advert came on, which was about a toothpaste, like toothbrushing. And they had this quick section in there where they would say like, what's like the tip of the week, like, you know, the advice of the week. And they would have like real children. So it was like kind of like an animation cartoon kind of advert. But then this little toothpaste thing would go over, look into his binoculars and see like little children. And they would give like a piece of advice, basically. This week's advice was, the two kids were there and they said, turn off the tap when you're brushing your teeth to save water. And it clicked for me and I was like, oh, that's actually really smart. Like, I'm going to do that. Because like I used to brush my teeth with the tap just running for no reason. So you're just wasting water. Like, I thought that was a sick idea. So I started to brush my teeth. Like, I turned the tap off and I started to brush my teeth. And I was like, yeah, advice of the week. This is sick. Then the same advert came on and I was so excited. I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, advice of the week. Okay, turn the tap off. The toothpaste looks inside of the binoculars and the advice was different. I thought he was going to say, okay, turn the tap off. But the kids, like in this, it must have been a new week, they said something else. But I was like so ready to kind of feel like, yeah, that's what they're going to say. I felt so let down, even kind of angry, because I felt like I was here in this group. But it turns out I wasn't. I was one step behind. I know that's such a weird example for me to give, but I just feel like you'll be able to visualize the silliness of that. That's what these buddies, like these fucking communists, that's what these guys who are watching your videos, when they see you grow and when they see you change your beliefs because you've been through life and it's been fucking 6 months, 12 months, 3 years, they'll get this like little jolt of pain being like, hey, fuck you. Like, me and you were the same. We used to have the same belief system and now you've changed. Fuck you. Because basically what you're saying is like, I'm better than you. I'm bigger than you. I've changed now. You haven't. When you make content over the years, you're naturally going to change. But a lot of these buddies, you know, just a lot of people, consumers especially, they don't change that much. It's just how it is, right? They're going to be watching this. And when they see you change, they're going to dislike you. The buddy, what else is the buddy like? What do you think? If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments as well, because you're probably drawing up a picture of the body. Let me now tell you about the perfect follower. The perfect follower is not optimizing his viewing experience for the parasocial relationship. You know, that gay little bond that like consumer and creator have, where the creator, let's say it's the buddy and the sort of creator who's got a massive amount of buddies. He'll be making his videos like, oh, hey guys, oh, I love you all. Welcome back to the channel. You know, thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. The buddy kind of viewers who are watching this, they would love that. They love when like a creator talks like that. For the perfect follower, he just finds it a bit cringe, and he's not watching for this parasocial relationship to try and pretend like he's like a friend of the creator. What would he be watching for, the perfect follower? An educational content. To learn. To learn. Because there's a result that he wants. So if the perfect follower, that's the phrase we're going to call them, right? Buddy, perfect follower. If the perfect follower clicks on a video that says, how I got more views on YouTube, what would he want out of it? He wouldn't want this cute little feeling, you know, this cute, comfortable connection to the creator. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to get more views on YouTube, right? That's probably why you're watching many of like these business videos that I'm making. You're not like here to try and pretend to be friends with me. You're just here because you know you get value out of like my advice, and it changes your mindset, it gives you insights, it inspires you. They're just here for the results. So the way, if you want to attract the perfect followers, you don't speak in that cute little gay buddy way where you're trying to pretend you're friends with your viewers. You just give them the advice that they need. And how does that actually look? Basically, firstly, you explain that you're credible. You show proof. So you say like, oh, hey, my last video got 1 million views. I'm going to teach you how to get a lot of views as well. The reason why you do that is because the perfect follower wants to see if you're credible to begin with. And here's an interesting point. The buddy hates that. Because what is the buddy going to be like? Is he going to be confident or insecure? Insecure, of course. Most people are. If you make a video where you talk about your credentials, your proof, your facts, and you say, here's my physique, it's I've got the top 1% physique in the entire world, I'm going to teach you how to get fit. What's the buddy going to feel? He's going to feel like you're arrogant and boastful and you're egotistical and you're narcissistic. What's the perfect follower going to feel? Oh, okay, he's credible. He's not going to think, oh, this guy's boasting. Like, let's say I make a video called, like, I made $75,000 in a day. Because I did, right? The perfect follower who's watching this will be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, he made 75K. I want to see how he did it. If I make a video, how to lower your churn on this website, like this business thing, right? The perfect follower will watch it, be like, okay, sweet. He lowered his churn from 40 to 20%. Damn, nice. Okay, let's see what he says. The buddy will get pissed off when you talk about your credentials, when you show your proof, because he is insecure, and so he will get offended. You know, this is like imagine you take your shirt off in public, like on the beach. The buddy is the equivalent of like some insecure guy who walks in front of you and says like, oh bro, put your shirt back on. Not because he's like, he thinks you're a bad person, but because you're making him feel insecure because he's got a shit physique. The perfect follower in this case, on this like beach analogy, he's got a great physique already. Or if he doesn't have a great physique, he's inspired by your physique and he actually, like, in a weird way, likes it that you've got your shirt off, that you're showing your credibility to the world. The buddies will never buy from you. And there's something worse than not buying from you. Do you know what it is? It's not just that the buddies won't buy your products. It's that when you sell, they will actively hurt you. They will actively leave hate comments. They'll say it's a scam. They'll be in disbelief that you're selling something. They'll start commenting shit like, oh, so it was about money all this time. Like, think about that for a second. You know how I just said, okay, the buddies are trying to pretend to be friends with you. When a creator has got a massive audience of buddies and he starts to sell, one of the most common comments from those types of people are, oh, so it was about money all this time. Is that not what like a little bitch insecure friend would say if his friend tried to sell him something? Now, of course, when you're friends, that would be weird. Imagine if some guy pretended to be friends with you and then just to try and sell you something. That would make you feel so weird. That's the paradigm that these viewers have got themselves into. Do you see now how important this topic is? You do not want an audience of fucking buddies, right? Imagine when you try and sell something in the future, right? If you're watching this, maybe you started posting a couple of YouTube videos. When you try and sell something in the future, these motherfuckers, they are literally thinking that you and them are like friends, like you guys are meeting up 2-3 times a week or maybe every day. He's eating his food, pretending to be eating with you, thinking, oh yeah, me and Hamza are like, oh, he always makes a video exactly going what I need. Like, yeah, we go way back. And then when you sell something, he's like, oh, what? So this was like, it wasn't friendship all this time? You were trying to make money all this time? Do you see how fucking cringe that is. Grown ass men, grown ass women, adults. That response, like you've probably seen that comment on like maybe my videos or some other videos. I saw this on a YouTube channel from Dr. K. He's like this like psychiatrist, you know, this mental health professional where he does like live streams talking about mental health. And then he released a video course for like $50, which by the way is super cheap for a course. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, basically he made like a product for sale, which was probably about 10 times cheaper than it had to be. I saw it. I thought it was a pretty nice product. Like I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, cool launch. I thought it was pretty cheap. But I scrolled to the comments and I actually saw like a fair amount of hate. And some of the comments were exactly that. Oh, so it was about money all this time. You know, it was at that moment where I started to feel so much better for like selling because I realized like, holy shit, this fucking doctor gets hate as well. People were calling him like a scammer and stuff. And I realized then, I was like, holy shit, everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. But it's not about the creator, it's about the type of viewer. So if the buddies will hate you for selling something, how will the perfect followers respond? They won't be overly positive or negative. Oh yeah, he's selling something. Not really. If they like you and they trust you and they've gotten something out of you already, like, you know, you've helped them with your free videos, then they'll be kind of excited to buy something from you. That's what we wanted all this time, right? Like if you could really have the perfect follower, like really imagine yourself, if you could have the perfect audience, would you really want an audience of people who not only don't buy, but actually hate you for it? Or would you want the audience of people who actually buy, and when they buy, they're grateful? You know, a lot of them will say like, oh man, like you already helped me so much, I felt indebted to you. That's like a very healthy, secure person, isn't it? Like a lot of the sales that I've gotten from my program, a lot of those sales, a lot of guys have said, oh, well, Hamza, you helped me so much in all your free videos, so I felt like I just owed you for it. Is that not like a really healthy type of human being? Like imagine a friend helps you a lot, helps you so much. You would feel in some ways indebted. Like that's not a bad thing. You'd feel indebted. You'd be like, oh bro, let me take you out to dinner. You have really helped me. You know, you helped me move, or you really looked after me that day. You looked after my dog, whatever. You'd feel indebted in like a healthy way, right? Just see how those perfect followers are such healthy, secure people that they have like that, you know, like that sort of abundant mindset where they think like, oh yeah, this guy, this creator has helped me so much. I actually want to give back to him. He's made this product. Could be good, might not be. I'll buy it anyway, just because he's helped me more than the price of this product anyway. Like he deserves it. Wouldn't you want an audience like that? These fucking G's, like for everyone who's ever bought my program, fuck yeah. Because so many of them have said this to me, and every time I start smiling, like you fucking like stand up gentlemen, honestly. When someone says that to me, like, oh Hamza, you helped me so much. You made so many videos. You're the guy who got me into the gym. You're the guy who got me meditating. You set me on the right path compared to everyone else in my life. When I saw that you made this program and I could afford it, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let me just give it a try because you already helped me. That's the kind of audience that you want, right? Mature, intellectual, give and take, like this stand-up gentleman type of audience. Imagine these guys. They get pissed off when you try and sell something because they expect this kind of relationship for free. Like these are like leeches. It's not even just that, you know, they watch your content so it's nice, they, you know, they get you a view, they boost you on the algorithm. These people are entitled. You don't want the entitled friend, right? Imagine the entitled friend who feels like they're entitled to your time, they're entitled to even your money. Let's say you guys go out and he just expects you to buy something. Let's say you do it a couple of times because maybe you got more money than him. One day you ask him like, oh, hey bro, like, you know, would you get this one? And he's like, oh, what? It was about money all this time? You'd be like, what a fucking jackass. That's what these buddies are like. And again, bro, most of your audience, if you've started posting content already and let's say you've got 50 subscribers or 500, a lot of them might be buddies. So you should start to get scared right now because look, it feels nice having like 500 subscribers. If I told you, okay, I could click my fingers, give you 500 subscribers, but they were all buddies, most guys would say, yeah, sure, because 500 subscribers looks nice. But I'm telling you, this will make you less money overall because the guys who are boosting your content on the algorithm will make it so that the algorithm will find more of these guys. When you eventually sell something and there's massive chaos, there's like backlash and all of that kind of stuff, the perfect followers can get turned off by that because they'll see a bunch of comments saying, oh man, you sold out, oh, it's a scam. And the perfect follower might see it and some of them will get scared thinking like, oh shit, is it a scam? Okay, damn, like, you want as little buddies as possible. I'm telling you, you want to hear the meta of YouTube right now, and I actually think this meta is actually here to stay. A lot of meta means like the most effective tactic available. Meta changes a lot. Like the best way to play the game of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram changes a lot. I think this one is here to stay. You know what it is? It's micro niche channels with only perfect followers inside of that. What that means is micro niche means you make videos very specifically. You don't have a self-improvement channel where you talk about sleep, then getting girls, and then testosterone. You go super specific on just one thing. So for example, it's like this channel is about making guys who are on self-improvement start a business. That's like super specific, right? You make one which is like helping Muslim men quit porn. Or you make one which is like helping people with ADHD study for college. Do you see how specific that is? Every video is the same. So that's one part of the meta, which is super niche. But the second part is only trying to attract the perfect followers, not the buddies. When you attract the buddies, you think it's positive because your subscriber count is still growing, but I'm telling you, that is actually gonna make you less money. These days, you can make a fuck ton of money with like 200, 500, 1,000 subscribers of like the good kind. Most guys watching this, if you have started posting content, you've just been attracting buddies so far. How do you stop attracting buddies and start attracting perfect followers? Number one, change the way that you speak. Don't speak cute. Don't talk like this fucking, hey bro, welcome back to the channel. I love you guys so much. I've got nothing to sell you. Oh, this is all. I'm just trying to help you guys. Don't speak cute. Speak like a professional. The perfect followers love it when you speak like a professional. When you start your video and you say, I got X result without Y pain. I'm gonna walk you through the process. It's so professional and it's not as personal, and that's okay. You need to also get out of what was like the sort of meta on YouTube for a while, which was like this low effort, low production, wholesome, authentic content that got like into like a sort of popularity fad, and it's very quickly changed again. You know how you saw like a ton of videos which was made with like shitty cameras and it was people pretending to be like super wholesome, whatever, and maybe some of them were. What type of audience do you think those people are gonna get? Buddies, just buddies. Because buddies will love this like parasocial, authentic content where they can feel like they're, you know, oh my God, this guy's like a human being and I can like stare into his eyes whilst I eat my food so I don't feel as lonely. Higher production, better quality, camera. I remember in 2023, I was in Bali. You might remember this because remember I quit the Jeffrey Adonis videos at the end of 2022. And then for that entire year, I was posting like a lot of those like unedited long videos, like the full guides, whatever. But then I went back to like buddy accumulation and I started posting the Jeffrey Adonis ones again later on in 2023. And I was here in Bali. Do you remember I was in like that podcast studio for a couple of those videos where like I had the mic in front of me? And the amount of hate comments I got from the buddies who said like, oh, I miss the old Hamza. It feels so weird. He's in this professional room. He has a mic in front of him. And I was like, what the fuck? Like the quality's amazing. What's everyone like arguing about? And someone wrote it out and he said like, oh, but it feels like we're not as close and personal anymore because you literally have like a mic in the way, which usually I didn't used to have like, you know, professional mic. I didn't have like a table in front of me, whatever. And I listened to it. I was like, oh, that's so true. Like they've got to feel like, you know, they're like my friend and whatever. But I didn't realize at the time that was me optimizing for like fucking buddy. If you look at some of the best channels out there, you can tell they're not optimizing for like the viewer to pretend like they're in the same room having fun together. Look at Andrew Huberman, like go open a new tab and look at the framing of his video. There's like a table in front of him. There's a microphone there. He's presenting himself as a professional because he wants the perfect follower. He does not want the buddies who are watching thinking that they're like friends with Huberman. Go look at Alex Hormozi, go search that on a new tab. Go look at some of his most recent videos. He's not sat there like, you know, recording right like this with this low effort vibe where he's trying to pretend like, you know, the viewer's sat on his fucking lap. He's there in a professional room with a microphone, with the backdrop and everything. Go look at Iman Gaji's new channel. It's all the same. I'm telling you, higher production, higher quality, table, laptop there, the status symbol there, nice clothing and stuff. It just works so much better. Don't make it so that your viewing experience makes the viewer think that they're like friends with you, because you don't buy from friends. Do you get that? If you're doing this for business and you want to get rich from this effort, from this violation of your fucking privacy, right? You're giving up your privacy for this business model. You're giving up your mental health for this business model. You deserve to get fucking paid for this shit, right? So if that's the case, you want the type of viewers who will buy from you when you present yourself as a buddy, as a friend. Hey guys, hey friends and all this. You'll be getting people who won't buy from you because you don't buy from friends. Who do you buy from? Think about it. Do you buy from someone below you? No. Do you buy from someone on the same level as you? Sometimes. Do you buy from friends? No. But someone on the same level, like the same kind of class as you? Maybe. Do you buy from someone higher than you? Absolutely. That's the advantage. What does this mean? Don't present yourself as a friend of the masses. Present yourself as above them. Present yourself as above the viewer who is watching. The perfect follower wants you, needs you to be a leader. And how does a leader speak? A leader speaks with conviction and confidence. A leader speaks with this powerful tone that pisses off the buddies who want this friendship, cute little humorous vibe. They want to see like mistakes in your content. They want to hear you like stutter and not edit it out. They want friendship, but they're not going to buy it. They're not going to pay you anything. They want this weird fucking gay little internet relationship with you, which just feels so wrong because it's one-sided. Like, do you see it from my perspective, just how weirdly evil and manipulative the buddy creators are? So the viewers are like little pussies, but the creators who are building those audiences, you can probably think of a couple who are just presenting themselves as buddies. They're saying like, oh, I don't have anything to sell, whatever. Do you see how like weird that is? Like, they're capturing like the heart of the masses, not through genuine connection, because it's a fucking one-sided connection where the creator knows nothing about the people, and it's so wrong. It's so fucking wrong. What is more morally right is actually the value exchange where you are aligning to your perfect follower and you're actually making money from them. I had a spirituality coach, right? You might not have known this. I worked with a coach who was actually Iman Gaji's coach as well. So this is like a high-level guy. And we did a bunch of like health protocols and whatever. But one time we started speaking about spirituality. I told him that I was feeling drained from this. This was like back in 2023. I told him I was feeling drained from this kind of work. And he said, of course you are. You're in this one-sided exchange where you're afraid of selling to your audience because they might hate you. But they're taking your energy. You have to expose yourself to the world, to the digital, like the Ethernet, and people get to hear about you, your values, your mistakes, but then you're not accepting like the income that could be a value exchange for it. He said this to me, and I remember like the way he just said it was just so perfect. That was the start where I actually stopped being as much, like still not perfect, but as much of like a buddy, because he just said it in a way where he was like, of course you feel drained in this because there's like a million people who know your life details. You don't know theirs. And that's already unnatural. But if you were getting rich, really rich through that, then it could make sense because at least, there was like some value exchange, you were getting something. But because you're so scared of selling and you're not actually getting a fuck ton of money that you deserve from this exposure of your being to the world, that's why you feel drained, because of course we all feel drained when we feel like someone is getting the better deal out of like, something that we're doing together. I remember that moment changed a lot for me where I started to act more like an entrepreneur. And I won't lie to you, like I've backpedaled. I had that season where I was posting like more business content on my main channel, but then I got a bunch of hate from the buddies, so I backtracked and whatever. This time, for the love of God, I hope that I actually stick to it. I'm not perfect, of course, like, I'm teaching you these lessons as I go along. But I hope that this time I stick to it where I just think, man, fuck the buddies. I want the perfect followers. I don't want this fucking communist society around me of all these, or socialist or whatever the fuck, like, the name of the pussies is, where they just want free shit. I want the capitalists to follow me, the kind of people who see, okay, Hamza's knowledgeable, he's helped me a lot, he's got a paid program that I can afford, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. I want that kind of viewer because I put effort into this. It's not easy for me to record videos. It's not easy for me to expose my fucking pains and problems to the world. I wanna make money from this as well. So this is the mindset that you need to have. You need to make sure you don't go down the buddy route because I'm telling you, that's empty clout. It's empty clout, and one day for those buddy creators, they'll start getting hate, they'll get accusations, and their own little buddies will attack them. Just like, like some little insecure friend will attack his friend when he hears something bad about him, because these people have got no fucking loyalty. I sacrificed for years money and success of my business to build up more of the buddy followers. I used to literally make videos saying like, yeah, I don't care about money, I've got nothing to sell you guys. I got such a large following of buddy followers. And then they basically just turned on me at some point when I wanted to make more money. And here's the brutal truth. For the buddy creators, the guys who've got massive audiences of buddies, a lot of them say like, oh, I've got nothing to sell you, I don't care about money. All of them will sell in 2 years. Mark my fucking words. Think about some buddy creator that you know right now, some guy who's got a massive audience of buddies, and he's got that cute vibe of like, yeah, I don't care about money, I'm just doing this to help you guys. Mark my fucking words. He's gonna sell out within 2 years. You know it as much as I do. Any creator you can think of, they'll sell a product in 2 years. What they don't realize is 90% of their audience will start to hate them for that. There was this YouTube channel called Yes Theory. I never really watched them, but I just heard this. Like a lot of people heard this story. They've got like millions of followers. They released a paid product and they got absolutely fucking hated. Why? Because they've got an audience of fucking buddies. Don't let that happen to you. Build the audience of the perfect followers. How do you do that? Basically, just already in your content, act like you want money. Don't talk cute. Don't talk like you don't care about the money. Don't say cute stuff like you've got nothing for sale, anything like that. Act like you want the money. Act like you want the value exchange. Talk to the perfect follower. The kind of content they want is very, very transactional in the sense of like, you just tell them how to get the topic of the video. Like if the topic of the video is like how to improve your sleep score, your sleep efficiency, they just want that. The buddies want like this cool emotional story, and they want like this heartfelt connection and this the cute words like, hey bro, like cheers bro, like yeah, I was thinking about you, I was thinking about you, oh do you want to sit bro, like this, just like such cute shit like that. That's what the buddies want. Just be careful, because if you are growing an audience of buddies, it feels good because your subscriber count will keep growing and growing, but I'm telling you that will not correlate to how much money you make. You would be so surprised just how little money influencers with 1 million, 2 million followers make. I speak to them, I know. I'm telling you, a lot of them are broke, bro. We're talking 1 million followers. They make like 5K a month, 10K a month. You might be thinking that's still awesome. 1 million followers. If they release one product for sale, they'll be on at least $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 a month. Their family are still going to work right now just because they refuse to like launch a product. I speak to tons of influencers stuck in that like overthinking stage, and it's insane. Now, if you are starting on this journey and you feel like, okay, there's tons you need to learn because just before this video, you had no idea of this concept of like the type of viewer that you wanted to get. 2 links in the description. The top one is the free one. Go join that for free. Enjoy it. You get to talk about everything that we spoke about today. The bottom one is the paid one. If you want my team's help to basically hold your hand and get you to your first 10K a month, you can go click on that right now. Goodbye.